I don't know. I'm not a great, not the best husband. I got to be honest with you. And you folks married? No? Very definitely. I don't know. Marriage is tough. Like my wife and I been married about 4 years, and we've started seeing a marriage counselor because we have intimacy issues. And he's been trying to help me a little bit. And he was like, Mike, he was like, you got to keep things spicy, you know? He was like, you got to talk to your wife every once in a while like you're trying to pick her up at a bar. And I was like, all right, bet. So my wife and I were laying in bed the other night, you know? And I lean over at her and I'm like, ma'am, do you come here often? And she was like, not when you're here. We then tried role-playing a little bit, you know, a little fantasy action. Tried playing doctor. That's where she diagnosed me with ED. Yeah, it is rude. It's rude for her. I don't know. I just think it's sex, and I blame my dad. He was pretty lousy at it, and I'm sorry, that didn't come out right. Sounds like I fucked my dad. I didn't, but no. My parents are both in their 80s, and they've been married for like 62 years. So they were high school sweethearts, you know. So I'm pretty certain they've only been with each other. Which means that, in retrospect, when my dad gave me the sex talk, he basically was just telling me what my mom likes. Guess we were both trying to please her, and it's like the gall of him to like have slept with one woman and be like, all right, I'm gonna pass down my very limited knowledge to my stupid son, who's already in high school. I've already lapped him. You know? I was like, why don't you go get some pussy on your fingers and come back and tell me what you learned? Thank you. Well, my parents are old and it's fun. Like when they get up to the 80s, that's a fun age because you can tell them anything and they'll believe it. I can put anything in my parents' head and they'll suddenly take it as gospel. And like I was hanging out with them last week and Stevie Wonder was on the television and I don't know what got in me, but I was like, isn't it crazy that guy has been faking being blind this whole time? And my parents looked at each other and then looked at me and I was like, oh yeah. Yeah. That's when he was a kid, he put on the sunglasses and told a booker he was blind. But no, that guy could totally see. Everyone knows it. And now my parents really do believe that Stevie Wonder is faking being blind. And I know this because my friend called a couple days later, and he was like, have you been telling your parents that Stevie Wonder is faking being blind? And I was like, yeah, why? And he was like, they told my parents. And that's how QAnon happened, folks. It's just old person telephone, you know? And also, like, it's my turn to lie in this relationship, you know? Because when I was a little kid, they used to tell me all sorts of bullshit, you know? They told you the same stuff. Santa is real. College is a good idea. Your dick totally gets bigger when you grow older. You know, what are they going to do? Look it up? My dad thinks Hulu's a planet. They have no fucking clue, you know? It's a lot of fun. Speaking of Stevie Wonder, I haven't listened. I couldn't name one of his songs, to be honest with you, because I don't listen. I don't know. You guys music guys? You music fans? Yeah. What kind of music? What kind of music do you listen to? You. What is it? Screamo. What is screamo? Is it just somebody screaming? Yeah. Well, that sounds like a lot of.
That's what we called heavy metal growing up at our age.
All right. Okay. All right, I got that. I mean, I am wearing a Metallica shirt, but I don't listen to it anymore because Screamo is probably a great example. Like lyrics, as I get older, I have no use for lyrics because lyrics are dumb. You ever listen to lyrics? They don't make any sense. You know, like I was listening to Bob Dylan the other day, and he has a song that's called, or he sings, or it's called Mr. Tambourine Man, right? And in that song, he sings, "Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me." How the fuck do you play a song on the tambourine? Are people really just standing there like, "Oh, I had no idea Brown Eyed Girl sounded exactly like Bohemian Rhapsody"? Oh, look, it's a guy with a triangle. You can have a jam session, you know? Or I'll tell you the one that really taps my ass. I get worked up over things. There's a band called Chicago. You know that band? They have a song that starts, "It was Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July." What are you, retarded? Were the fireworks not a tip-off? Does your dog just freak out for no fucking reason on Flag Day? You kidding me? What about everybody was dressed in red, white, and blue? I don't know. Was it the middle of summer? You know, it's probably Halloween, right? Boy, that Epstein really took a lot of photographs with people, huh? Are you kidding me? This guy's in a photograph with everybody. You think like somebody like Bill Clinton, you think he would even be like, "Hey man, we've taken enough photographs, you know? Leave me alone a little bit." That's crazy. The more files they drop, the more they're gonna keep these photos coming out, and it'll eventually be somebody that you love and admire, you know? Because that happened to me. Like, they dropped some stuff the other month or whatever, and it was a photograph of Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton, and Jimmy Buffett. You know what I mean? I was like, I had no idea Jimmy was hanging out with a known sex predator. And he met Jeffrey Epstein? That's crazy. They're all just wasting away down there in Pedophileville. It's 5-year-old somewhere. All right. And that's how they get you, those pictures, you know? It's guilt by association, you know? And that's why I'm never taking a photograph with anybody ever again, ever, you know? You're not getting me, man. If somebody asked me, that's sus, because I was at a party over the holidays, and somebody was like, "Hey, how about we take a group photo?" And I was like, "How about you stop fucking those kids, Uncle Gary?" I thought what we had was special. All right, guys, thanks so much. My name is Mike. Y'all been a great crowd.